Assalamualaikum. My name is Usaid performing also and I am on the Korangi campus level. Performing arts and I am in school, Korangi campus level 1 student. I have the most special guest, Gabe. So we talked about his lives like he what is he what it eat like ये क्या खाते हैं and children are start.
So I'm not hearing all of your words. You're breaking up a little bit. So I'm not sure if the connection is bad or what, but I'm only hearing part of what you're saying.
Hi, I'm saying, please hi your viewers.
Yeah, I'd like to say hi to everybody. This is Gabe. I'm in Florida. It's morning time here. I say good morning from here. I know it's evening time in Pakistan, so I'd like to say good evening to everyone in Pakistan. It's a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak with you.
Yes, nice. My next question is, please tell me your life, like what you eat, what you play, and so much.
So my life is really a lot of fun. Everything I do in my life is fun. So I'm a civil structural type of engineer. I had a job at NASA at Kennedy Space Center for 17 years, doing this type of stuff with roads and bridges and things like that. The same thing a civil structural engineer would do in Karachi, I do in the Kennedy Space Center, but it's just where you do it that makes it so much fun. So I was doing some speaking in America, and I started getting more and more opportunities to go international. And there wasn't enough hours in a day. So 8 years ago, I quit my job at the Space Center and said, okay, I'm just going to travel around speaking with kids. And so for the last 8 or 9 years, I've been doing it full time. And I've been to 18 countries now, and Pakistan was the 18th. And I really, really enjoyed being in Pakistan. I love being with you at Rehan School, and I'm looking forward to have the opportunity to come back.
Nice, and thank you so much about your life. So talk with your viewers. My next question is, please tell me your about like jobs. You tell what I am not seeing.
Yeah, so my job as a civil structural type of engineer, I deal with roads and bridges, the infrastructure, the buildings, the roofs, the things like that. On Kennedy Space Center, you have any kind of job. You could be a nurse, you can be a cook, you can be a mechanic, you can be an engineer, you can be an astronaut. You can do many different things. But all together, we form a team. My part is to help make the building safe for the people to work in, to be able to launch the ships. Some of them build the ships, some of them are astronauts. So there's many different things. But as a civil structural type of engineer, one of the things in Florida is a peninsula, which means it's surrounded by water on three sides. The flight hardware comes to Kennedy Space Center on a boat, on a train, or on a road, on a truck. So they have to go over bridges. And if the bridges aren't working, then they can't get the flight hardware. So my job might be going one morning. They say, Gabe, this bridge isn't working. Go figure out why. So I go to the bridge tender. The person who operates the bridge, why isn't this working? So we have to figure it out. Then how do we fix it? And then how much does it cost? So for me, it was really a lot of fun because I went to everywhere on Kennedy Space Center. I went to all the buildings, all the launch complexes, everything. And it was so much fun.
Wow, mashallah, and nice, so nice. My next question is, please tell me about your siblings.
Yeah, so I have a twin sister. I talk about my twin sister a lot. Many of you might have brothers and sisters close in age. If you're a twin, it's kind of fun in a lot of ways, but you're always compared. My twin sister, she was always so smart. She did everything right. I did everything wrong. So growing up with a twin sister, you're always compared to somebody who's perfect, and you're not. It was kind of a challenge, but it was okay. And then I have a brother, a younger brother. Unfortunately, he was in the World Trade Center, so He went down with the World Trade Center, but he's still with me every day. We walk around, we talk. But yeah, that's what I have for. And I also have a son and a daughter, so that's kind of my family.
Nice. My next question is, please tell me about mm, your sister. You're smart, but what he doing jobs?
So my smart sister, and she really is smart. Most girls are smart, so it's not unique just for her. Most girls are smart, and they have a great way of doing things. So my twin sister, she knew somehow when she was 3 years old, she knew she wanted to be a teacher. Something inside of her at 3 years old, she knew she wanted to be a teacher. And she loved studying and going to school to become a teacher. And she's still a teacher today. She still loves being a teacher.
Nice. And teacher is so fitting to boys.
So my sister was really good. When I was growing up, I was always in trouble. I hated school. I failed everything. I was always in trouble. And the teachers would tell me, go tell your parents you're not doing well. And I wouldn't do it. So would they make her go tell my parents so I wasn't doing well? And she tried to protect me. She always tried to protect me, but I was just a lost cause. I hated school. I really did poorly in school.
Nice. And thank you. Tell me about your siblings. And my next question is, please tell me where do you job? Where do you job?
So I live in Florida, Cocoa Beach, which is near Kennedy Space Center. I really don't have a job. I travel around the world speaking at schools. It's always fun. I never had a job in my life. Everything I've ever done has been fun. I've just enjoyed doing it. So it didn't matter what. My first job, I tell everybody, was working at McDonald's, making burgers and fries, and it was fun. I enjoyed everything I've ever done. So right now, what I do is I travel around the world speaking at schools. I just came back from Norway. I was in Norway almost 3 weeks. I just got back this week. In a few weeks, I'm going to go to Brazil. In November, I was in Pakistan, India, Dubai, and Sri Lanka. And then in December, I was in Morocco. So I'm traveling around the world just speaking with students like you.
What is? Please tell me about what is NASA?
So NASA is National Aeronautics and Space Administration. So it's an organization, a scientific organization created by the US government to study space, to study the universe, to study the solar system, to see if there's life beyond our planet. So it's an exploratory agency that does a lot to right now, for the first time ever, we have a ship studying a star. This never happened before, and NASA is doing it. India is also doing it. India has a great space program as well called ISRO. So both NASA and ISRO right now are exploring the sun, a star, for the first time. So it's just fun to be a part of it because we've had missions to go to Pluto. We've had missions to go all of the planets. We've had missions looking for life. There's a lot of things going on that make it fun.
Nice. And thank you. My next question is, tell me about your age, height.
My age? So I tell everybody my age is 19. 19. And people look at me and they say, what do you mean 19? And I say, I know I look a lot younger, but I'm really 19. And they look at me again. So it's a state of mind. When I was growing up, I struggled with everything. I hated school. I did terrible in everything. Between 18 and 19, my whole life changed. Everything got fun. Everything got easy. I really, really started having a lot of fun with my life. So I don't want to leave that magical age. So my mind is always 19. So I think 19, I really believe in my mind I am. It doesn't matter what I am physically. It only matters what I think I am. And I just have fun with it.
Nice. Thank you. And my next question is, please tell me about your three personalities.
It's kind of hard to analyze yourself that way, and ask about your personality. I try to be kind to others. I try to be supportive of others. I feel very, very fortunate. I feel like people have been kind to me my whole life, more than I ever understood and more than I've ever really believed I deserved. But the kindness I receive, I try to give back as much as I can. And that's, I kind of think that's my personality is I'm thankful. I'm always appreciative. I really feel like I have it very good. I never thought I would achieve what I've achieved. So I feel very fortunate, and I try to give back to others. I know many struggle like I did, and I try to reach them and say, look, I did it, so can you. So that's my goal. I think, is to just